Hello everybody and welcome to Mr. Bowen's All-Stars. If you are new to my channel, please make sure to like this video, and if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel to get more videos about my life as a kindergarten teacher. I am going on my 15th year of teaching elementary school, and this is part of my classroom setup series. The plan for today is to actually do some shopping because there are some things that I need to get. But then I want to make it into my classroom so that I can fine tune some things that I thought about since the last time I was in there. The main thing that I really do want to do is to move the calendar from the bulletin board that's nearby my teaching chair and move it to the farther bulletin board, and then take my math bulletin board and switch it to where the calendar is right now. That's the main thing that I want to do, but I also want to potentially put up some of the extra lights on the ceiling. I had some before, but they have since parted ways from this plane of existence, and so I need to buy some new lights, some new hanging lights. Other than that, I want to go through some of the play kitchen toys that came with the kitchen that I bought from this last summer, and I probably want to go through some other materials and just organize them a little bit better since I have extra time this year. I'm not moving rooms, I'm not unpacking a lot of boxes, I'm not doing a bunch of drastic changes. So let's go shopping and let's get into my classroom and see what we can get done today. All right, so I walked into my classroom with a little bit of surprise. Turns out they are using my classroom for summer school, which is fine. But it's nice to be notified before walking into a surprise. Luckily, we went shopping ahead of time, so we did not walk into people using my classroom. I'm gonna continue to work on my classroom while avoiding messing with anything that they're doing summer school wise. Should be fine. But my kidney shaped table is kind of moved out farther than what I will have it for the school year, and there are some supplies that have been put on my kitchen. So I'm gonna avoid that. It shouldn't be a problem, but that will kind of shorten the amount of time that I have for these next few days to work on my classroom. I'll share with you right now what I bought while we went out shopping. Like I said before, I wanted to get some new hanging lights to go on the ceiling right here because they broke due to just there was a wire that got pulled out. I'm not sure how it happened. So anyway, I'm gonna put these up with the magnetic hooks that are still on my ceiling. I also got my favorite Gorilla poster putty. This stuff is the best for pretty much hanging up anything. You can see behind me that my alphabet is still up from putting it up last year at this time. My number line over there is still up. Pretty much everything that I have used with poster putty, with this Gorilla poster putty, has stayed up, no problems, nothing has fallen down. So I had to get another set of this because this stuff is amazing. And then I also got some reward trophies. I don't really need all these, but these look kind of cool. It goes along with kind of a classroom management system that I do when it comes to whole group instruction. I like having my students be able to have good conversations, work together well as teams, so I give them team points. And at the end of the week, whatever team has the most points will get the All-Star trophy. and it'll be put right on their desk, and we'll reset the points for the next week, and it'll happen all over again. It's kind of like the Stanley Cup, you know, the winner gets to keep that trophy until the next year. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to change my calendar, put it over on that far bulletin board, put my math bulletin board right here, put up some lights, maybe sort some things in my kitchen. Let's get to it. So we have reached the end of this classroom setup video. It's a shorter one for sure, mainly because the things that I had originally wanted to do for this video, they have not arrived yet. I need a new laminator, which has not arrived yet. And my printer, the color printer, is not ready yet. So I can't print some of the signage that I wanted to print for the free choice / free play centers. And I was going to share with you all how I manage the centers by printing those signs, putting them in the locations, and kind of share the routines and procedures. So that part I was not able to do today, but the other things that I really did want to do, I was able to do today, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you throughout the areas of the classroom what were the different things that I did. So here's what it looks like with the lights and that lamp on and this lamp on. I like it. Think it needs one more string of, whoa, very blurry, one more string of lights up there to really make it how I want it to be. Normally I don't have it this dark, but I wanted to see what it looked like without all the lights on. Usually what I do is I turn this set of lights on, and then I dim it to about here, and then it's softer light with some lighting up in the front, softer light here, and softer light up there. I think one more string of lights will be perfect for the vibe I'm going for in the classroom. And here's what we did for the kitchen / dramatic play area. We have in the front here, down there is what, Hannah, the cleaning supplies?
Yep, and then dustpans are where the silverware is.
Next to the silverware.
Yep.
Over here, Hannah decided that this was going to be the bowls and dishes and cups, and there's gonna be, if the students want to play shopping for food or whatever, these are 2 shopping baskets. No, that's not necessarily kitchen. And down here is like the cooking supplies, the pots and pans. Over on the other side
is we have some breakfast right here, and then these are like stuffy ones, and then milk right here and ketchup, and then a little tea
kettle.
so you can sleep while you eat.
And Hannah sorted the stuffy ones by fruits and vegetables, right?
And then greens.
Or vegetables here, and then what is this?
No, that's vegetables and greens, and then fruits.
Oh, my bad. And then over here is like kind of like no, this is like just a smorgasbord of different food that I didn't really, they don't fit into one particular food group per se. So there's like burgers, tacos, hot dogs, sort of thing. But then I also teach my students the different food groups. We have bread and grains here, meat and protein in here. There's vegetables here, fruits here, and just an extra basket here.
Yep.
I take pictures of everything, of what they look like, where they're supposed to go, and I put labels so that when students go to clean it up, they will see the labels on the bottom with the picture, and they know that, okay, all the vegetables go here, all the fruit goes here, all the bread and grains go here, and all the meat and protein goes here. And I'll take pictures of like the tacos and everything, and they will go there. It's just a way to kind of keep it organized. But that is what the kitchen looks like. Coming to the front of the room, you can see the 2 bulletin boards have been switched. The calendar is now here, and my math bulletin board is here. I wanted to have a place for anchor charts, but this isn't great. But I do have mini anchor charts that I can put here to go along with what I teach in math. And I love having this with dry erase markers, so I can color this to show the different 10 frames, how it works with with 5s, then 10s, and then when we move into teen numbers, how there's a group of 10 and then some more. So I love using this as with dry erase markers. I even let some student helpers come up here and color them in when we work with those different numbers. And then we write the number up here. I love this, that I have it now very easily accessible to my whole group teaching area. Have my hundreds chart here front and center, where we can count to 100 by 1s, and by 10s, and then as we move throughout the school year, I turn these, you can't really see that, sorry. I move this in front, and all of the 5s go in blue. So it's a great interactive way to teach how to count by 10s, 5s, and by 1s, all the way to 100. This is another little white dry erase marker thing that I use for like showing tally marks and different number patterns here. Looking over here, I put out the read aloud books for the first few weeks of kindergarten. These are all my favorite back to school books, mostly about kindergarten. There's First Day Jitters. I've got to have Pete the Cat. I love my white shoes for kind of that social emotional managing frustrations. Here's Amelia Bodelia's First Day of School. Love looking at No David for talking about, like, you know, different rules that need to be followed in kindergarten. We talk about what are the rules that might be at home and how is David following those rules at home. So these are all of my read alouds for those first few weeks of school. I love the way, I just love this. This is like, this gives me energy, this whole part right here. I love that. And that is pretty much at the front of the room. I really did want to, before I finish this video, kind of share with you this other bulletin board I have here. This is like my information board. I'm gonna have my updated schedule here. These are very important routines and procedures that I have posted that we go over the first few weeks of school. Turn and talk is a big one. Teaching students how to be able to know that you need to turn towards your partner, should look at them, how one person talks, the other person listens, knowing to take their turns when it comes to when they're speaking and listening. And then they learn to switch. So that's one of the routines and procedures that I cover in the beginning of the school year. Think, pair, share is kind of another one of those routines and procedures that's like a turn and talk. I teach them what the quiet cue means. Sometimes I have a couple different sayings or phrases that I'll use. When they hear that sound or the thing that I say, they know to stop, look at the teacher and listen. That's another routine and procedure that I cover. And then as we get, this isn't one that I do right away, but after about the first month, we start doing like, you know, the really basic decodable books. So they'll learn how to partner up, take turns reading, and what that means. And that is everything for today's classroom setup video. If you like what you saw, please make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. There will be more classroom setup videos to come, as well as other videos that take a deeper dive into how I manage my kindergarten classroom. Tomorrow, the plan is to come back in to hopefully have those signs printed and laminated if my laminator comes. And I will talk about how I run those centers, how I manage it, and how students are able to self-manage those centers. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.